to my channel.
Hi guys, how are you?
Okay,
It's me, live.
Right.
No, not live, but you know what I mean.
I haven't been on in a while. I think a lot of you know why.
I haven't been on in a very, very, very long time.
Right. Yeah. So, I don't know how to start this video. How would we start the video? Well, you all know that we had incredibly awful, sad news about Stefano's dad. And thank you everybody for your prayers. He was incredibly sick, sicker than what we thought this time. So he went into the hospital, well, he went to the doctors on a Monday. The doctor sent him right to the hospital. From the hospital Thursday evening, he was going, no, hold on, I think it's Wednesday evening, he went to the ICU. From the ICU, they were going to put him in hospice. Either he was going to go home with the hospice nurse coming, or he was going to go to the hospice in the hospital, right?
Yeah, if they had it.
If they had it.
But some hospitals have their own hospice ward or whatever.
Yeah.
That they can bring, you know, for your final moments. But you know, they didn't know. They had no idea really, because my father's he was known to snap out of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we had the same type of a situation 2 years ago, so that's why I ended up going to Pennsylvania in the first place, is because it was, you know, he according to the hospital, he wasn't going to make it out of there, and then some miracle he made it out of there. So I had like 2 bonus years with my dad.
Right.
I call it, because, you know, this could have happened 2 years ago, but it was at any given moment. But still, it's still shocking, you know. There's no sugarcoating it and everything like that, so you get, you know, the shock factor of it.
Yeah.
But still.
Well, actually, that man this is his 3rd time, because he had a time when Stefano was down there. Remember?
Yeah, there was a time that
we were planning, you know, everybody was calling everybody. So this was his 3rd time. So from that, he didn't even get to go to hospice. He never made it there. So he passed
last Friday,
right after Stefano's sister Mary and his mom was there. He I think he waited for mom to leave.
Yeah,
so she wouldn't see it.
So,
and
because it was just like really right after.
Yeah, it was. They just had gotten home, and then they got a phone call. So, you know, he didn't want to be on any machines or anything like that. So he was, I guess he was comfortable. You know, he was on morphine. So that's
only hope so.
Yeah,
there,
I'm
so
pretty sure that
I'm sure that they would have done that.
And my grandmother, when she passed, she was also on morphine, and she, you know, it's, you know, but Stefano did get to talk to his dad,
FaceTime.
Yeah, FaceTime. So
that was good.
Yeah, he got to see his dad, so, you know, it was like he was there. So, and now the funeral is going to be in New York, but it's not going to be until the 29th. So, that's all we're going to go down to that and say our final goodbyes, and, you know, and things are going good for his mom. She's okay so far. I feel like Stefano and his mom, it hasn't really hit everybody until we're all
obviously bad. You know, well, not bad, but you know, sad.
Sad, yeah.
And then it was, you know, good things. You know, and the other sad thing was Daphne.
Yeah, Daphne passed.
You know, so it was. She passed what, day after?
Yeah, the day after.
So she passed the day after, and so I guess my dad wanted a cat.
Yeah. So, and my vision of his dad is when we had all of our dogs, because all of our dogs have passed. When we had all of our dogs, his dad was the treat man, because we lived right next door to them. So they would all go to his door and wait for him to open that door for their little ends of lunch meat. And so I sent his mom the picture, because that's how I picture them all run into him wanting their treats. So, and you had Gabriel, Sassy, Samson, Delilah, Mia, and Lexi. So we had them all, and so he loved them. He would feed them all. So, but that's how I envisioned his
I think
dad.
Gabriel's still alive.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't asked Bub if he knows. So, you know, but, you know, even if it wasn't Gabriel, it'd be all the others, because all the others are gone. So, you know.
My father loves Samson.
You have to do the sassy. Soxy.
Sucksy. Come here, Sucksy.
You couldn't say sassy. Because originally, his dad is from Italy, right? Sicily. Sicily. You can't say Italy. Sicily.
That's because he was born in Sicily.
But, yeah. And he was born there, but on his 18th birthday, because his mom was American. She was born here in the States, right? She was American. He had the choice of either staying in Sicily or coming here to America, and he decided to come here. So, you know, and his English was broken, but
yeah, he never kicked the line. He actually talked pretty good for most, but what do you call it? His was pretty heavy. Like when I was young, it was really bad. But what do you call it? It progressively got better. But there was things that my father could not say, like magnet. You know, he couldn't say that. You know, he would say magnet.
Yeah. And map, he called him
The mop of the world.
Map of the world. So, and he was they owned their own pizzeria at one point, your mom and dad, and so he was very good at making pizza. And so there's pictures of him, and I worked with him on the school bus. He was a school bus driver, and a lot of kids were Spanish, and they would be saying stuff, and he knew everything that they were saying, and they would be shocked. Their faces would be like, what? Like, so, but that was fun, you know. So there's a lot of ups and downs, but oh, beep beep.
Yeah.
Oh, they had eyelashes. Our Jeep doesn't have eyelashes. I wonder where they go though.
I can get your eyelashes.
So we have a lot of good memories. I have some. His dad scared me once. He gave our dogs a sheep's head.
Parts of it.
Yeah, and I thought that the dogs all killed something, and I was screaming for Stefano.
I came out and I was laughing.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was. I had no idea. So,
it's like they ate something, they killed something, they killed something.
Well, because they were very good at hunting, and they would get rabbits in our yard, and so I didn't know if maybe another cat or something got in the yard, and they didn't know it, so they attacked it. So, but his dad was always doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I told him not to give the bone, so
yeah.
you know, because bones are just not good. And he goes, even this bones. And I was like, yeah, even this bones.
Oh, the rib bones. Yeah,
Everything.
he gave him
Rib
rib
bones,
and he was giving them chicken bones. So, well, I guess because that's what they did back in the day for all their dogs, you know. So, but his dad had a lot of good stories. A lot of good stories. Look at all the turkeys. They're all right there. Oh, wow, look at all of them. There's like 30 turkeys there. So, but yeah, he had really good stories. So, he lived back in the day.
survived that. He survived typhoid fever.
Yeah.
You know?
How you come this way?
Yeah, it's faster. And, I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah. He went through a lot of stuff.
He went through a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of survival that my father went through. He lost his father in World War II. So he never got to meet his dad, so he gets to meet his dad.
Yeah.
You know, that's my namesake. You know, also his father, Gaetano, that we always knew, was a really, really good man as well. So, and it's funny because my father went on my grandmother's birthday.
Oh, yeah?
Forgot about that.
Did he? So
Yeah.
he went on hers?
Yeah, it was my grandmother's birthday so his mother's birthday is when he passed away.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah. And his birthday's on the 26th, so
Yeah. His birthday's
he would have been 83 years old.
So we'll be burying him 3 days after the birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. His dad was a stubborn man.
Yeah. Runs in the family.
He was. He made his own wine. He made his own everything.
Yeah,
He's
my
really good at
father was really, really super good cook. So, if anybody's going to miss most of the stuff, that's going to be the top of the story.
Yeah. Well,
Remember the time when?
he taught me how to make that chicken. So
That.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, every story, you know, always started with my dad. You know, with us, the beach, and my dad.
Yeah.
And because we didn't have money growing up, so my dad, what he would do is we would get in the van, friends, family, everybody would just go, and we'd pretty much spend a week, you know, at least a day, an entire day into the next day, you know, and we would spend that time at the beach and all of it, fishing, having a good time, you know, swimming.
That's back when you were allowed to sleep on the beach. Remember those days?
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Actually, when they used to, there was a, they would come up and they would say stuff sometimes, but we were like, oh well, the beach is closed. We came from a far away. My father had all kinds of excuses. Sometimes you'd throw them a couple of bucks. The cops.
You were allowed to stay on the beach back in the day.
Yeah.
Was it the 70s we used to go?
We weren't on the beach, but that's why the thing was we were in the van. So we'd pull up in the van, we'd pull in, you know, into this, you know, where we would, you know, what would you call that, like a
Turns.
not a turn, but you know, like right in, you know, how the beach has those little places where you can park. You're supposed to momentarily park, empty your stuff, and then go park in a parking lot. But the parking lot was not open, so. This beach we went to was a little different than because it was on the North Shore, Long Island, and they're different than like Jones Beach or one of these, you know, populated beaches we call them. It was, you know, more of a private beach, and it was great because on one side you had, you know, it was a bay side, and then on the other side of this was the Long Island Sound. So it was really, really nice over there.
Alright guys, we're going to let you all go. I'll probably pick this up some other time later on, but I'll be getting back to videos probably this week. So I'll put this up sometime.
Yep.
Maybe tomorrow after I edit it and stuff. But
Neat.
thank you guys for your prayers for Stefano and his family. We appreciate it. Alright, I'm going to let you all go. I'm not going to say my typical saying, so, you know, I'll say it in the next video. Alright, bye guys.
Bye.